Okay. Hi.
Hi. I just figured we could just keep on talking.
We were in the middle of a conversation. We'll just keep having it.
But
But
yeah, I think my sale went 2 hours and almost 40 minutes.
wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
I
Hey, Kathy.
luckily I worked until like I don't know. I finally went to bed, I think at 10:30, 11. And but I had forgotten that I had a dentist appointment this morning, so I got to sleep in a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Which was
good. That's
key.
fortunate.
It was key because
Kara, hi.
this morning was rough. Well, and it's been hot during the day, but then at night it's been nice and cool. So I opened my window, so like the pollen, etc. It's like still in my throat.
We actually had rain, so very low pollen this weekend.
Oh, we need some rain.
Yeah. Hi, Amy.
I love some rain. Amy, Kathy, Kara. We had lots of K's there for a second.
Leanne.
Leanne is here. Oh, now I want to call.
I ate too many crackers. Now my stomach hurts.
Oh no. I didn't get to have lunch today. So I had my lunch as soon as I got home. So I'm gonna have to have like dinner after we finish. Because I didn't want to. So well, I had breakfast really late because I didn't want to eat before I went to the dentist. You know, because then you have to brush your teeth multiple times, and then they clean them, and then your teeth feel weird afterwards. So then I don't want to eat for even longer.
Yeah, I
That
just go ahead and eat so that I can go with dirty teeth and they can fix that, and then I don't eat after, so they feel really clean for a good while.
yeah, mine felt real clean up until I had to eat something, but I didn't eat anything. It was almost 1:30 before I got a chance to eat anything. It was a long day, but it's finals week, so my life will soon start to calm down. Knock on all the things. But let's see what else happened.
Yeah, tell me about your adventures.
Adventures.
Because you said you explored the warehouse antique place.
Yeah, so I've done a couple videos at it, Sweet Six at the warehouse, my friend Alice's place. They were having a vintage market weekend where they invited vendors, and I didn't get to go on Saturday when most of the vendors were there. But the space next door is finally open, which is I think it's Wild Goat Vintage is her name. She works a lot with interior decorators.
Oh,
Like
that's fun.
so she's got some really, cool pieces. So there will be a video of that. But I did buy something. Well, I bought 3 things. I'll show you one thing because Malcolm decided to break it.
Malcolm, no. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Which it probably would have been fine. I mean, it landed on carpet, but it's quite old. It had a hairline crack, and it just broke right on that crack. So it was not $3 or less, Kathy. I don't know that I'll ever be able to recreate that, but I don't know. You want to make me big? I'll show you.
Yeah.
So it really stinks because it's the aesthetic movement.
Oh no. Oh. But it looks okay. So it was oh dear. Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, now you have a really good candidate for making some sort of
Well, I
mosaic.
already have some
Mosaic?
other broken things that I'm gonna put on my, silverware chest, and since this is almost flat,
Yeah.
I can break this, and this
Yes.
can be the thinner piece.
Yes.
So, that's the plan for it, but it's absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
It didn't have a lid, so I just got it to put flowers in, but,
Yeah, at first I thought it was fine, and it was just the lid that broke.
but
Oh.
here's the maker's mark, and I forget who makes it. It's a British company, but it's 1880s. It just could not survive the crotchety old cat.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. And I mean, I knew that it was older and I knew it was lovely, so I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna get it because it was $8. I want it for $8. But there is a version of it with a lid and a sugar bowl on Poshmark for $158.
Mhm.
I will not be replacing it, at least not at this juncture. If I win the lottery, though. Oh, yeah, Amy. I'll have to write it down, but I will send you a
Oh,
picture.
she's found some. She has found some in the wild.
I'll have to, I'm sure I have your email. If not, I think Heather does, and I'll figure it out. But we can dive in. Do you want to add the?
Sure. Sure. Let's talk about pretty things.
I was just looking for like May Day tablescapes.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I'll Instagram you, Amy. That'll be way easier. But this person, she just made a tablescape around her lilacs because, I mean, why not? They look lovely. I'm sure they smell divine.
Mhm.
And
That's all you need.
she used a lot of thrifted things on the table, like those ironstone um, teapot and sugar there. But also, like, there's a uranium glass bowl with lemons on it. But what I loved was she used an old quilt as her tablecloth. And
Mhm.
I can just imagine how that feels, you know? You know how
Mhm.
those old, well-loved quilts feel?
Yeah.
And then, of course, she's got some jadeite salt and pepper. So it just very much appealed to me. And I love the little lilac bits on the napkins, too.
Me too.
There's another view. She just used a galvanized bucket to hold the big lilac bundle.
Yeah.
And
But it, I
those,
mean,
the cup and saucer look like restaurant wear to me as well.
I have to tell you, every time I see someone pull up restaurant wear, I'm so tempted to be like, I need some, but it's so heavy. I've I've spoiled myself. Like I'm thinking of like my regular everyday because I
Mm-hmm.
just Corel, but I use it because it's lightweight. And I'm just like, I really like the restaurant wear, but I feel like it's so heavy.
It is heavy. I have one restaurant wear cup and saucer by Syracuse, China.
Mhm.
And yeah, I've used it for coffee a couple times, but one, it doesn't hold enough. And
Yeah.
two, it is pretty heavy.
But I
But
see some great plates. Like sometimes at the thrift store, I found like some plates. I've been so tempted. One of these days, I'm going to end up taking home some restaurant wear plates. You know, I will.
just do it.
I'll be like, why'd I do this? They're too
I mean, a
heavy.
plate, why not? It's just a plate.
I
Just
know.
consider it adding to your exercise regimen.
Yeah.
You
Which right
can
now is
slowly
0.
build muscle by using heavier plates.
You're right. You're right.
Listen, lady, I can help you justify anything. Don't worry.
Can you
I
imagine
got you.
can you imagine us making a morning workout routine and being like restaurant wear?
The vintage, our vintage Jane
Yeah,
Fonda.
yes,
Yeah.
vintage Jane Fonda
Yes.
morning workout with Heather and Angela.
Drink the coffee. Drink the coffee. Yeah.
Oh, we could do that.
When you're here, I'll
Put it
start
on
thinking
the list.
about I'll start thinking about other things. This would look lovely on that table as well.
It would. Yeah, I liked it because it was just really it was simple but adorable. You've got like refinement and then like a little mini jungle. And it looks so cute.
Did
Hey,
you did you see Kathy?
Amy.
What, our silliness?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think it's talking about a morning workout routine by doing vintage lifts.
Kathy said, Karina. Kathy said there's a local museum is giving away all the restaurant where the church used to use.
Oh, really?
Oh man.
I wonder how collectible. I have seen restaurant wear that's from, is it hospitals or some sort of where it's like Red Cross or First Aid, something where it's like red, even where it was the cafeteria for
Yeah.
some, like there's a lot. And I bet there is like
No, there's a market.
collectors, yeah,
Yeah.
collectors out there who want just those kinds of things where they're from, either um, hotels or,
Well, they probably bought from the same suppliers, so you could
yeah,
probably find
yeah.
like the same pattern at hospitals and churches,
Mhm.
because it was cheap.
Yeah. Kathy, you like all the plain white?
Well, Amy, if you want silly, you came to the right two gals. Have you seen the meme that says it's like the world is a horror or whatever, but yet I remain silly? Like, yeah,
No.
it's my goal. It's like that's how I live my life. I'll find it and send it to you. Don't you
Jennifer
worry.
Jennifer Cagle sent me an Instagram reel or post or something where it has a guy sitting in the car and he's like, "Where are all the girls that are just laid back?" And then it flashes to this
Home.
girl.
We're
She's
at
like,
home.
"What?"
We're at home.
Yeah,
Like,
she's like right here, and she's like snuggled onto the couch and eating her Cheetos.
yes. Yes.
She's like right here.
Well, it's funny. There was like a TikTok from, a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha, and she's like, so where do the like 30, 40 and up people hang out? And they're like, we're at home. We paid a lot for these houses and we're getting our money's worth. We're not leaving. It's true.
Yep.
So this is a media must throwback to, because I did get to go and watch the unexpected scrapbooking live. And you can go and watch it now after the fact on McGill Library's YouTube. So please go check it out. It is amazing. Kathy, I believe, was in the chat with me while watching. It was so much fun to watch them flip through it. So now I'm going to be less scared about flipping through my poetry scrapbook for a video because, I mean, I would at least enjoy it. So there's that. But they had a scrapbook that was of cooking recipes, and it was a relatively famous person in Canada's scrapbook. I was working during that part, so I missed.
Who was?
who it was exactly.
Uh-huh.
But you can go and watch it because there's that one. There is this one was tied for my favorite. And this is at the Winterthur Library, which is a place I shared previously as a media must. And this is a girl's like entire like everything that was made for her wardrobe. Like they put scraps of fabric
Oh,
and like pictures
wow.
of it from like the patterns.
Mhm.
So fun. Um, and then this one, um, she, I forget the background of this person, but she studied the guy who like created kindergartens, like in Germany, Frobel, like Frobel stars.
Mhm.
Um, and it's basically like a perfect like lesson plan for pattern things and a lot of people use these things for like quilting patterns and stuff like that.
Oh.
It was a different kind of scrapbook than I had even thought about. So that was interesting. Now, unfortunately, the ones at the McGill Library are not digitized. However, the dress one with the fabric
Mhm.
and this one, which is what led me to Winterthur in the beginning, which I was saying it wrong. I think called it Winterthur, but it's called
Mhm.
to Winterthur.
Winterthur.
Winterthur. And this is what led me to share the medium us the first time because this girl had taken, you remember, the
Yes.
scrapbook and made entire rooms. And so they've flipped almost through this entire thing during the unexpected scrapbooking video.
Uh-huh.
And it is digitized. And I'm going to drop the links to both
Yay!
for you. But you should 100% go and check it out for the other ones and the discussion because one of the things they talked about for this scrapbook in particular is she thinks that she was making rooms for paper dolls.
That would make sense.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
Yeah. Did they discuss, the book that you said you really liked where it was all of the fabric and the patterns of the woman's wardrobe?
mm-hmm.
Did they talk about the dates of that, like how old that one was?
Yes. Yeah. They give all the information. And it's funny because one of the things is that was left out of that was there were no patterns or fabric swatches for underwear.
Oh.
And it went from when she was younger to when she was older. So, like, somebody started this for when she was like a child. And there is a
Mhm.
black and white photo of her in one of the dresses that the scrap and like little picture had been put on the opposite page.
Wow.
You would
I
like
wonder if
it
was
was
it more
so
like
cool.
I wonder what could it have been more like a portfolio of the person who was making the dresses, or was it a scrapbook of the owner of the outfits herself?
I think it was an owner of that girl whose outfits it was in
Okay.
particular. Let
Hmm.
me find it. Okay. You can browse recipe book. No. Well, I did have it, and now I can't find it. There it is. Okay. Her name was Geraldine. So it's
Mhm.
Geraldine's Scrapbook of Dresses. And so they did talk about that. They wondered if, she, uh, they said she didn't wear underwear. So this is the dress scrapbook. And then the collage album, which didn't have a name or anything associated with it.
Michelle's here.
Michelle. Um, oh, I love my Instant Pot Michelle. Let me make sure these actually work here. Yes, they do work. Okay.
Wendy's here.
Wendy!
Wendy.
Wendy,
Oh,
your felted project is in the works, I promise. My life's been crazy. But,
Yeah.
yeah, so check out that video or check out those 2 links, if you want to, peruse or find out more. The reason I screen capped this one in particular is they also had the book. So, most of these images, they're pretty sure came from the delineator.
Mhm.
And, she actually had a book because you see what they used as, it looks like a window covering with fringe.
Okay.
But that was actually like a piano shawl
Was it?
from the delineator.
Cool.
So, and like she had cut that fringe and made it swing because they were all straight in the original. Because she had a copy of the
Oh,
original and she opened it up to it. It was,
that's neat. Yeah, I wanna watch.
yeah, you should go watch. It's definitely
I've just been so, like,
an
crazy, all over the place,
hour
busy.
well spent. If I hadn't been at work, like I wouldn't have been able to watch it. So luckily, I could multitask. I could listen and look and work at the same time. I have a second media bust.
Oh,
I think I might have talked about her in the past. Her name's Shelby. She's Australian, and she does. I found her because she had gotten a lot of mystery molds for slip casting, and she was pouring them one at a time and then showing you what they were once they hardened.
oh.
Um, so she's just bubbly and happy, and she's just a sunshiny gal. So you should check
I
her out.
see. So she's holding molds,
Yes.
those square molds. I
So you
gotcha.
take liquid clay and pour them in there.
Mhm.
Let it sit for a bit, and then you pour out the excess. And then once it hardens, you can remove it, um, fire it, glaze it, fire it again. So these are the kinds of things that would make, say, the Christmas trees that
Yeah,
everybody loves, like
right.
Atlantic molds, those kind of molds. Um, except hers are obviously Australian. So sometimes she finds very like topical Australian related things, but it's very cute.
I like the little bunny I see in the corner over there.
I mean, let me tell you, some of her stuff is, and then she paints them in really fun ways.
Yeah.
So it's just if you need a happy watch, it's perfect.
All right. I love a good happy watch. Okay, this was the only other segment I did. And I saw a picture of a brooch. I think it was the first one I saw is on another page, but basically brooch art. And I I decided to Google it, and there are so many things people make with them other than the Christmas trees and the wreaths.
Mhm.
So I just found a few photos that I thought might inspire a few of you guys in the chat, or think about when we're coming across maybe a cheap bag of broken jewelry.
Well, I think Catherine was talking about doing a brooch something with some
Yeah,
of
I
her
think she wants to
frames.
do a video. I think she's collecting to do a video for Christmas time. Pretty sure. But the angel, the butterfly, and then there's a couple more. Look,
Oh, Zapika.
somebody made a peacock. And
It's a
basket,
little Easter basket.
the Easter basket is adorable.
That's
Um,
cute.
I really liked the Easter basket. Um,
Those are
and
fun.
then this was the last one. I think, yeah, this one, the mug is the one that I found first. And I thought, that's adorable. A little bouquet in a mug. Or you can get really more artistic and create a tree with a kind of winding trunk and a little fox sitting in its shade.
Yeah, I love the way they use the chains to make the trunk.
The trunk. I did too. I did too.
You know what? Maybe I should do something real artistic with my broken teapot. Maybe something needs to be flowing out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
She wants to do a tree. I thought it was going to be a Christmas tree, but maybe she wants to do just a regular tree.
Maybe.
I know, right? Don't you love this one, the mug? So cute.
And I mean, if you have a broken teacup or a broken mug, that's perfect.
Yep. You could use your, well, no, I guess you can't because the bottom wouldn't quite make a cool half.
I was wondering, maybe I should like do a little like, let's see how pointy it is. Do a little succulent garden in there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I'll continue to break it and we'll see what happens.
That's kind of what Kathy Wiseman was saying. Like
Yeah.
turn it into a flower pot. But I thought these were really, really inspiring examples. If any of us wanted to try this, like I know Catherine is planning on doing. Ooh, what is this?
So it's funny because I saved these a few days before Malcolm broke the teapot.
Oh no. You cursed yourself.
I jinxed myself. But you know, I've shown a number of broken china options, but I thought these were absolutely adorable, and I believe they turn these into brooches. But so cute. I think
Are they little spoons? What?
I don't know what they use. I think they are tiny spoons in the center. Or they're just a piece of metal.
Okay. So is it more maybe like actual metal work where they're not found objects and they made the
Well, it's not
like
it's very similar to stained glass, but they did use something found for the center, but they all look very similar. Well, maybe they just found a bunch of tiny spoons because it's possible. But I just thought it was really cute.
It is.
I kind of want to like put them all over like the wall of my porch. You know, different sizes.
Yeah.
Just like
like people do with the bats, the little paper bats up over the doorway. Yeah. I like that.
But I think that's the last thing for me that I found this week.
Okay. All right. Well, my history highlight is going to be very short.
Okay.
It's more of like just some little background information because I did this this morning where I just decided I would look into it, and there was some enough like just little information, and I thought, oh, okay, I think they'll find this interesting.
Just a tidbit.
Yeah, little tidbit.
I love tidbits
of history. Little background on the piano shawl, which I know we all love. A beautiful embroidered piano shawl.
You find pretty ones.
Yeah. So we're gonna just talk about like when shawls really started to come into fashion at the end of the 18th century. They were wearing them with the empire style dresses. And I guess Napoleon brought Josephine a long, warm scarf from Egypt. And these cashmere scarves became like a complete, fashionable thing. Everybody wanted one because Josephine was wearing it. Mm-hmm. So, that's, I think, when scarves really, shawls really came into fashion, like a really colorful shawl from another country that had interesting motifs on it. That was the interest. That's what,
as an accessory, because I mean shawls existed, but as an accessory like that people looked for versus just like a head covering or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So what I found out about the piano shawls is the piano shawls actually started in China. And So the Chinese would export the embroidered shawls from the port of Manila on this specific route that would go from Manila to Mexico to Seville, Spain. And that is how the shawls, which at the time were not called piano shawls, they were called Manila shawls. And the reason why is even though they were Chinese, they were called Manila because they were coming from the port from the Philippines that was in Manila.
Okay.
So that's the main thing to kind of understand on that page. But basically, this is where I had first started of like, they actually were known as Manila shawls. And then I figured, well, I'm going to have to explain why they called them Manila. So it's because of where, even though they were Chinese, it was from where they were, it was the port that they came from on that specific trade route that went to Spain. So, hey, Val. The oldest Manila shawls were embroidered at the beginning with China-specific motifs. So they had dragons, lotuses, bamboo, pagodas, all the Chinese flowers and animals and motifs that they used to use in their decor. But as they became more popular in Spain, the requests and interest, the motifs started to change, and the Chinese geared themselves more to what they were drawn to or were requesting. And so that's when the Manila shawls started being decorated with roses, carnations, sunflowers, lilies, and the fringe that was on the shawls. That was a big deal because it became really popular in Spain because the flamenco dancers liked the fringe. They liked
the movement,
they liked the movement of the fringe on these shawls. So it became kind of like attached to the whole flamenco culture that was happening in Spain as well. And then this is like a little kind of side part. This is a picture of cigarreras. And what I found on a website was that basically the tobacco companies, women workers started working in Spain around 1813, and it just started growing throughout the 19th century. And the women who worked in this cigarrera job, they, I guess, created their own little community, which was known for wearing dress that included these style of Manila shawls. So they kind of created their own subculture where like kind of like a gang. You're like the Pink Ladies. It was like if you were a cigarrera, you know, you had to have one of these shawls because that was part of the subculture in Spain. And the reason why I included that is because of Carmen. So Carmen is a story of a famous cigarrera. But
I did not know that.
I know I didn't. I mean, I knew of Carmen, and I knew of like the flamenco, and the flower, but it was a novel written by Prosper Mérimée in 1845, and it was a character based on kind of that phenomenon, the cigarrera subculture. And so he wrote a story about one of these women, and then it became the famous opera by Georges Bizet. Bizet, thank you. So it was just kind of interesting how it's, so, you know, the inspiration was very much Chinese, but then because it was on this specific trade route and ended up in Spain, the Spanish really infused it into their like little subcultures with flamenco and these women who loved them, and then you have the stories on top of it, and then it's just one of those kind of like romantic fashion and like popular trends, that you know just grew as far as like interest in the flamenco and like kind of wild, colorful, very. I know it's not popular, but a lot of them were considered more like kind of like a gypsy culture.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, what does this say?
Well, if you think
Oh,
about
yeah.
it, it's the 1800s. These are women with a job, and I
Yeah.
assume they were paid relatively well because cigars was a big business.
Yeah. I didn't even remember that I wrote this in. See, I did this really fast, but it said that it was basically the Manila shawl was related to Spanish Roma,
Mm,
or which is known as gypsy culture, which was also, I guess, infused with flamenco somehow. So like,
yeah,
even though flamenco was a dance with music, it was still part of like a culture as well.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. And then we're gonna get a little. I got
Me too.
some beautiful paintings that I had to include.
I wanna
So
be her on the couch.
I know, but I mean, just these paintings. I've got 3 of them. I love them. So by the late 19th century, still popular, but the colors start becoming brighter and brighter. The composition became denser, and the fringe started getting longer and longer, and that's when the macrame knots started happening in the edges of
Mhm.
the Manila shawl. So yeah, we've got this beautiful painting. We've got a one by Henri Matisse in 1911, and then look at this painting.
Wait,
Ah,
you know what I'm seeing here?
what?
The shawl is of the era of my house, and I just need to walk around dressed in one. That's
That's right.
history demands it.
History demands it. So this painting was by an artist named Pedro Blanes or Blanet. I don't know how he would say his name, but it's called Las Manolas. And I had to look up the word Manolas because I was curious. And when you look it up, it says needle. But then I had to dig further, and Manolas used to mean, the definition used to be a Madrid woman characterized by a zarzuela type costume. And what zarzuela means is it means an opera. So,
So,
I mean,
Carmen,
yes, basically it brought back in Carmen, but I just thought it was interesting that uh, the way it was all connected. And
yeah.
yeah, I had to search names, and then eventually it tied it back around to the
Look,
opera.
these ladies even have a black cat. I mean,
I just love this painting. I thought it was so beautiful.
gorgeous bit. I love that one of the woman on the couch too, though. Like, just that blue and white with
Yeah,
that black background, and she's got a fan.
yeah, yeah. They're gorgeous.
Mm.
Okay, so from the 1890s through the 20s, the shawls were so popular that that's when they started putting them on their pianos, because that also was the time of the golden age of the piano. So
Mhm.
that's when people really started having pianos in their home as well. And so it just kind of became a tie-in. And the women were putting them on the pianos, and that's how they started calling them piano shawls. And there's one picture of a home in
Oh,
1926, of a residence that was a Spanish Revival home. And you can see on the piano is a celadon vase on top of the beautiful little piano shawl and all the fringe. What I didn't know is that the fringe goes over the front like that, like
mhm.
so close to the keys. I would have thought it went back, but I guess they liked to have the fringe over the
Well,
front.
Well, if you look back at that lady, it looks like it has fringe all the way around on
Yeah,
that
but I kinda
last
thought that they would
image.
have scooted it back.
Or folded
In
it
my
in half
head
or something?
yeah,
Yeah,
folded in half maybe, like, in my head, that's kinda what I thought. I did not for some reason, I didn't think that that's how they would put them on the piano.
why not?
But, that's it. I just put a few photos of, the fact that people still like to wear them, craft with them, make blouses out of them, or use them as a tablecloth, and that
Now
was
on my
my
list.
history highlight.
I love it, and I want one. I mean, I
Yeah,
have some of these scarves and shawls and pashminas, but I don't have a true lovely manila shawl.
yeah, and they're all there are
Can you still get them, in Seville in
I'm
Spain?
sure you can. The main thing that I mean, like, currently, I would say probably ones that you would find would not be made out of silk.
No.
I think the vintage ones were made out of silk, whereas if you were to find a current one, it would probably be,
Polyester,
polyester.
yeah,
Right,
rayon,
exactly.
some kind of
Mhm.
well, that's fair, I guess. I mean, that's what happens. That's like, the cashmere scarves, um, very few of them are made of cashmere, but
Right,
we call them cashmere.
right. Yeah,
So
I've seen, scarves at the thrift store that are made of, like, an acrylic blend or something, but they call it something cashmere or, like, better than cashmere.
or it's like pashmina cashmere or something like
Yeah, yeah.
well, I mean, I was guilty, like, when I first went my first trip to Europe was to the Czech Republic, and I was like, "I need to get souvenirs for my mom and my sisters," and so I there was, a street seller selling pashminas, and so I got a bunch of them. Um, they were actually really well made and pretty. I still have some of mine that I bought for myself, but, the other thing was that I bought there was because this was before I was obsessed with glass.
Mhm,
Because obviously, like, I would have bought a lot more Czech glass had I been aware.
mhm.
I mean, I knew the Czech Republic was known for glass, so I did buy my sister and mom glass nail files.
Oh,
Czech glass. And I did buy myself a tiny little piece of Bohemian glass, which I can get down and show you if we wanna
mhm.
do a favorite thing,
Okay.
but
Well, I have never seen in my life an all gold piano shawl.
no.
That sounds
We need a picture of that.
stunning. Yeah. I
Yeah.
want a picture of you wearing it, Anne. I
Yeah,
want it modeled.
wrap yourself up,
I want it modeled.
lounge on a sofa or a
Yeah.
fainting couch.
Yes.
That would be awesome. But you just got a really cool one, didn't you?
I did. I just got one at the house where I got the Victorian muff and the Victorian, um, drawstring purse, which Gloria Boyd bought last night, and someone was able to zoom in on the Hallmark thing, and it was patented 1889 or something.
That's cool.
It is cool. But I got the shawl at that house, and then I have another
Kathy has a black
shawl.
and gold one.
Yeah, the black one I have is very colorful. I also have what I think is very period 20s or teens, but
Mhm.
it has a small rip. I should go get it and show it to you guys.
Yeah,
It's
I say
lavender.
this sounds like things you must share post piano shawl.
Yeah, I'll go get the lavender one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll chat to the chatters. Does anybody else have piano shawls? I know Kathy says she has a black and gold one. I don't have any like that. I have a really cool shawl that my old Russian instructor gave me, but it's definitely intended for like a babushka to wear, so not as fancy as a manila shawl.
Okay. Okay, it's got some macrame
Oh, look at
on
that.
there. But I have to be careful because like there is a rip on the side of it, so I don't want to
You don't want to make it
pull on
worse.
the wrong side. And this one is definitely like a silk. There, it feels a little different than the other one, but the other one just feels like a slightly more raw version of a silk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which side the tear is on. It's somewhere. It's where I'm holding it. Wait, where's the front? Oh my gosh, it's really hard to tell. It's so beautiful on both sides. It's hard to tell what's the actual front. Can you see?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Holy moly.
The color on it is beautiful.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah. But it has a pretty...
Now, I cannot wrap my whole body in that. I could wear it as a dress like those ladies were.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
I saw it at the bottom.
Yeah, it was somewhere. There. You can see. Isn't it? It's so sad that there's the rip. But it's on the end. I feel like a really good seamstress could fix it. Oh, and here. It's got two rips. It's got one there and one there.
Mm.
But this I've had for a while.
Or it's an opportunity for a real fun patch.
Well, in my head when I picked this up a ways back, I was thinking, oh, I can just use it in pieces. I can just cut it in parts. But now I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I either need to put it in the hands of someone who can repair it, or because it's like, what am I supposed to do with it?
I mean,
I feel bad now. Yeah, look, Michelle's like, no. Jennifer, don't cut it.
You'd hear everyone.
Oh yeah, maybe someone.
Catherine has thrown the gauntlet. If you cut that into parts, prepare to duel.
I'm just being honest and telling you, like when I picked that up a ways back, I was really thinking like, oh, this is beautiful embroidery because I love embroidery, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want, it's torn, but it could be used for something else, like I normally think. But it's like, the more you realize you don't.
Then like, oh, that's a hard one though.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it, so it just sits in a drawer, which probably is bad too. What do I do with it? You guys tell me.
I mean, if you have it repaired, you just need somebody who stitches real gently.
Yeah. I don't know where to take it. I don't know. Yeah, but who do I trust? I mean, like where do you go to find good people who do that? Because I mean, I tried finding a tailor a ways back because I wanted to make it was like this really long Asian jacket, and I wanted them to make it fit me. But basically, most seamstresses seem like they work from home, and I don't know how to really get a hold of them.
Well, I know a few here, but
Yeah. Ooh, and send an email of the shawl.
What can we share it? You can forward it to me and I can PDF it real quick.
Okay, hold on. I'm forwarding. Forward.
Well, it's funny because in this light, my hair looks its normal color. 18 Grace.
Oh, okay. It's really hard to see the gold. It looks white in the photo.
Oh no, are we going to have another? Is it white? Is it gold? Is it blue?
There are some, I know they were so popular during the teens and 20s, that there are still a lot out there that exist that are actually antique ones. I think the hard part is, you know, when you're looking on eBay, like you definitely need to find a buyer who's going to know the difference. So you know if you're buying an antique one or if you're buying a newer one, if that matters to you.
Yeah. Well, Jennifer and Tammy were talking about a place in Florida that has flamenco shows.
Oh,
Well, when I go to Florida,
I'm going to be going all over the place. I don't know where. I have to really start making some plans. I need to do that, but I've been a little out of my mind.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time concentrating last night during the sale. I don't know what's happening with my brain.
Did you send it to me?
I thought I forwarded it to you. Did I not?
What
Did I
email?
not forward it?
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so did you like my hair?
I do.
It's so short. It's funny. It takes me like 2 minutes to wash it now.
Yeah.
I feel like I lost 6 pounds of hair.
Did you save some of your hair by any chance?
No.
Damn it.
Why do you need hair?
Well, it can. I have a doll that needs a wig, and I've been trying to find one, but its head is too small. All the wigs I find are too big, and it won't fit this little doll's head.
Well, you just give me 6 months and it'll be long again. If not, or if you know a hairstylist, I'm sure they can save some for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's working. Let's see.
Flamenco shows.
Oh, wow. It's like lacy. All right. No. Oh, it helps if it asked me if I wanted to save it, and I said no. It's been a long day.
I want to go look at the black one.
Bring the black one. I want to see it.
We're going to go to it.
Okay. Oh, do you have it laying somewhere?
Yeah. I mean,
I'll share. Oh, Cuban food. Y'all are making me hungry.
You know what's interesting is I thought the lavender one, just maybe because of the coloring, seemed older, but now by looking at the edges of this one, oh, you guys can't see anything.
Oh yeah, well I can see that.
It's dark in here. It's totally it's
delicate.
finished. It's finished very different between the macrame and the silk on this one than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So now comparing the two, I think this one's older.
Oh, I love that one.
This one doesn't have any holes.
And the black background for me is stunning. Of course, now I want one with the dragon on it.
Well, they said that those were like the really early ones.
I know.
And those would not have super long fringe or anything. It probably would have like short fringe.
That's okay. It'll be less tempting. Not yet, Jennifer. It's on my list. I had to wrap up a work contract, and I still have to make lots of crafts before my show on the 11th. But it's on the list. What you wanted to share? I uploaded it.
Oh, there it is. Boom.
That's pretty.
There's her shawl.
That's like
Everybody zoom
That
in.
was the lace, isn't it?
Yeah, it does look like lace. Instead of like an embroidered one, it
Yeah,
looks like lace.
still gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Which Trisha?
Oh, of Sandy and Otto.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
So everyone was trying to get
Trisha to
Trish
watch
to
it
watch it.
because she had it.
Did she
It
like
took
it?
me a long time to watch it. And I liked it. I haven't watched the newest movie though yet.
I haven't seen the movie. Thank you. Thank you, Grace.
Oh, let me grab this because I talked about it and then I didn't get it.
Oh. So I got lots of new things. Most of them are kind of big to show you on screen. And these are things that I didn't need to buy myself.
Oh, wait until you see the video. I bought something that's a project. But when you see the details, you'll understand why I bought it. But this was my
Oh, pretty.
really the first collectible glass I bought.
Uh-huh.
Was my tiny little check vase. And I love the rays. And each of the flowers is a different color.
Do you put that with your uranium?
No, I have it up in my little thing shelf. I should put flowers in it though. Maybe I'll use this as inspiration for my spring/summer mantle because I still have winter up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how busy I've been. I haven't even done my mantle.
I still have my Easter bunnies up on the hutch.
Okay. Well, it's just red crystal and trees. The only thing I really should take down is the wreath with the deer on it. That's definitely Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
But
So I wanna show you, Angela, hold on. I want to show you something.
show me.
Everyone, yep, I want to show you something.
Show me.
And I bought.
Hello, Malcolm.
We're doing show and tells.
You want to say hi? You want to be on show and tell?
I know. That's the thing, is you see it and you're like, well, I can't walk away from that.
Which is exactly what I did yesterday with the thing you'll see on my next video.
What's wrong with us?
That's why I'm not allowed to leave the house.
Exactly. We should not be allowed to leave the house. We should be shackled to one room that's close enough where we can get to the toilet and to the bed and to the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Other than my Sunday trips, like I've been pretty good. And I mean, yesterday I only spent like $30, so that's not bad. There's a new inkwell. Colleen says you have a new inkwell.
I do. I also have this. Look. Hold on. Do you see the bugs?
Speaking of aesthetic movement.
Like, speaking of aesthetic movement. Hold on. I'm trying to hold the computer and where's the... Can you even see the butterfly? You can't.
I can see the dragonfly. Where's the butterfly? Oh my god.
I mean, look at the top of the spout.
That looks a lot like my water pourer.
Yeah.
Is it lined?
Um, no,
Hmm.
it is
Ugh,
not.
'tis gorgeous anyway.
It's beautiful. Oh, and look.
Shut up. Shut up. There's a spider on
Yeah, I think is that supposed to be a bee?
there. Yes, this would be. Oh, that's so pretty.
So cool. I know. Do I need to be buying this now?
Well, I mean, it has a spider on it. Yeah, you have to buy it.
Has a spider on it.
Got that. Oh, that silver work is amazing. That.
Yeah, you guys don't want to see my inkwell because I mean, like, I really paid a lot of money for it, and you're gonna be like, "You paid what for that?" But
Is that a horse?
that's a horse head.
But is it coming out of water? That might be a kelpie.
It's just like I just thought it was like a nouveau design, but maybe it's a kelpie.
No, I think it's supposed to be a kelpie.
Yeah, I know. This was not cheap. Not cheap. I was just like, when am I ever going to see that in estate sale again?
Never. Never.
I have a problem.
YOLO, as the kids say. We got FOMO and YOLO. When they come together, we can't be stopped.
Mm.
Well, it's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
I've got work to do.
you do.
I do.
I don't. I am taking
have to
tonight.
pack.
I am not working on anything.
I need to pack at least 2 boxes. I can't leave it all for tomorrow.
I am
Got work to do.
turning off all the lights. I'm putting a K-drama on my TV and not moving as much as possible.
Night, Catherine.
Ooh, Catherine has a sale preview coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm down with the kids. Listen, Ruli, I was never down with the kids, even when I was one. So, I'm
Oh,
not
is her preview going to be live or is it just
I don't know.
a recording?
I
Is your
don't know.
preview going to be?
Drop a link, Catherine.
We need to get off. If this is going to be live, everyone go over to Catherine Young's channel.
Let me see.
Ah.
Catherine.
Oh, it's live. Okay, guys, we're gonna go over to
All right.
Catherine Young's channel right
I'm
now.
gonna turn all my lights off and watch Catherine.
Yeah, let's go watch Catherine. Thanks everyone for coming.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great week.
Bye. Yeah, have a great week.
Oh.